Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, I want to shift gears a little. Usually, when we talk about property, you're probably thinking about spreadsheets, interest rates, market timing, when to make your next move. But there's one huge blind spot that separates the really successful investors from everyone else. It's not access to secret information. It's not about insider deals. It's psychology. That's right. The way you think about property can either cost you millions or make you millions. And today, I'm going to unpack the exact psychological traps that hold most investors back, and then walk you through concrete frameworks, decision trees, investment zones, and case studies that you can actually use to avoid those mistakes. So if you've ever found yourself hesitating, second-guessing, or watching others make big gains while you're still on the sidelines, this episode is for you. Trap number 1. Comparing prices to the past. Let's start with the most common trap. Looking at today's prices and comparing them to yesterday's. It's natural. Our brains are wired to anchor decisions to old benchmarks. A new project launches, and the first thing you do is ask, wait, wasn't this cheaper last year? But that's where opportunity slips away. Take Lentor Modern, launched in 2022. It was in an untested location, far from established hotspots, and it came out at $2,255 per square foot. People were shocked. Just months earlier, AMO Residences, an established prime area project, sold out at $2,100 PSF. So naturally, people compared. They thought, why pay more for Lentor when AMO was cheaper and better located? They hesitated. But here's the thing, Lentor Modern still sold 84% of its 605 units on launch day. Because the buyers who acted weren't looking backward. They were looking forward. They understood that once the first movers set a new baseline, future launches in that area would climb from there. And sure enough, that so-called Ulu Lentor township is now being validated by more new launches, higher land bids, and government transformation. Those who hesitated, they missed millions in potential gains. So lesson 1, stop looking at what something used to cost. Start asking, what will it be worth once transformation arrives? Trap number 2, no rush to buy. The second big trap is the belief that there's no urgency in property, that you can just wait and see. It feels safe. After all, you don't want to rush into $1 million decision. But in reality, this is the most dangerous mindset of all. Here's where the Eisenhower matrix comes in, that grid of urgent versus important. Most people sit in quadrant 2, important but not urgent. They know property is key to wealth. They plan, research, wait for policy changes, hope for dips. But they never act. 5 years later, prices in the areas they were eyeing are up 40%. And they're priced out. The winners. They live in quadrant 1, urgent and important. They act decisively, but with foresight. They understand that what looks like a risky move today often turns out to be a massive opportunity tomorrow. So if you've been stuck waiting for the perfect time, the real risk isn't buying at the wrong time. The real risk is never buying at all. The decision tree for existing owners. Now, what if you already own a property? Should you upgrade, decouple, or hold? Here's a simple 3-question decision tree. Is your property 15 years old? At that age, appreciation usually stagnates. Maintenance rises, designs date, and en bloc chances fall. Unless it's in a new transformation zone, you should consider upgrading. Is it inside a government transformation zone? If no, why hold? Move your equity to a growth area. If yes, that changes the game. If you're a couple, can both of you qualify for loans individually? If yes, decoupling could make sense. But here's the catch. Only if you buy the right kind of asset. At minimum, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit. Why? Because smaller shoebox units cap your upside. You want assets that can truly appreciate and attract both families and long-term buyers. This decision tree helps cut through noise, commissions-driven advice, and emotional bias. Pulling it together. So what's the takeaway from today's deep dive? Success in property isn't about timing the market perfectly or finding a magic formula. It's about 2 things. Managing your psychology. overcoming the trap of comparing prices to the past and the paralysis of waiting forever, using frameworks that force you to think forward. Government transformation, asset quality, and structured decision trees. Remember, the best investors are paying today based on what they believe the property will be worth 5 or 10 years from now, not what it cost yesterday. And one last reminder, patience matters. Even if you buy into the right story, if you try to flip too soon before the transformation matures, you could struggle. The holding period is as important as the entry point. Closing and CTA. So here's your challenge. Ask yourself right now, are you making property decisions based on yesterday's prices or tomorrow's transformation? Are you sitting in quadrant 2, endlessly planning, or are you ready to step into quadrant 1 and take action? If you want clarity, frameworks, and someone to help you cut through the noise and act with confidence, reach out. This is Mike Chin. You can WhatsApp me directly at 81810258. Let's map your property strategy so you don't just watch others build wealth, you join them. Until next time, stay decisive, stay future focused, and keep diving deep.